or live.
You guys missed the best part of the show already.
Yes, all behind the scenes is where it's
Terry
at.
showed us his sailor tattoos.
So are we all excited about tomorrow?
Mm,
New Paul McCartney.
No.
oh,
Did you watch any? I know Mazzy hates TikTok, but
No.
I watched some of it.
I don't hate. I just don't. Yeah.
But it was a
I will
45
say-
minute. It was a 45-minute Q&A with him. Someone asking him questions.
Yeah.
Paul was very good on the Colbert Show, I thought.
Yeah. He's pretty good at his interview. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I think the week thing on the Saturday Night Live was Band on the Run. That wasn't very good. But Hello Goodbye was good.
Yes.
What was the song that Will Ferrell was playing the cowbell on?
Was that coming up? No, I forgot. No, it was the other one.
God, I hate that song.
Yeah, I do too.
I like it.
The only local store, Silver Platters Linwood, at 11 a.m. is having the release listening party where there's a silver limited edition only for a listening party. That's the only store here. But there's only so many copies. I think I'm not going to go, and I don't. There's so many variants. I don't give it.
I thought they already had listening parties for it.
Some stores have, but I think some have in the UK. But a lot of them are Friday through the weekend.
Morning, Vance.
Like I think Amoeba's having one.
So they're doing the silver vinyl.
It's a silver vinyl edition only at that party. So, you know, they open at 11. My guess is there's going to be a bunch of people there, and I don't want to get early.
There could be tens of people there.
Yeah. Well, I don't even know. I can't tell. There could be 5 people there, or there could be 50.
Well, how many pressings are there going to be?
They don't say, but not a lot. Like in the In Groove this morning, he says he got about 25 or 30 copies.
Of what? Of specific for him?
He's having a party at 4 o'clock tomorrow, 4 p.m. his time.
I'm having a party.
So 35.
What are the reviews? Dude, how about this? Do I have to send you a message every morning? Silence your phone every time you come on the stream.
Hold on, because I'm coming.
Okay. What was I going to say?
Right back.
Hey. Oh, we have another.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh, Danny, baby. I love you in that movie, The Fox, when you were the where'd he go?
That's not even the way he spells his name. Wait, so what are reviews of the album? Have any come out?
I've heard people cautiously optimistic saying it's good. You know, I always go in thinking every McCartney album, there's like 3 great songs or 4 maybe. Then there's 4 okay, and there's 3 or 4 terrible. That's how it's been for the last 30 years, more or less.
I just look at it like it'll probably be better than Ringo's album.
But Ringo's voice is better on every album. Maybe not because creative.
Well, because they auto-tune him.
Well, he still has a voice. I mean, whatever it is.
Did a fox eat your internet wire?
Yes.
So have you guys discussed this whole bullshit going on with Pet Sounds now?
Oh God. You know, I was just going to bring that up. I have a video review of that DSS. The Hoffman forums, there's people's heads exploding like MoFi Gate, which is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. Because
but why? First off, explain what it is, so people.
It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, Mazzy.
Nobody knows
bullshit.
What the tapes. It's so convoluted and everything.
Who cares?
They do know. They went to the archivist, whoever that actually works on them.
But even the archivist even guesses. No, they should have gone to that archivist guy.
Can you just spit out what the controversy
I'm
is?
explaining it. Okay. If you watch the Westman and if you read the liner notes in the DSS, it says, to the best of their knowledge, we went through it. They've been working on this for 2 years. And ultimately, they had to pick a tape. And they say they went to the 72 or 74 tape that they used for the Carl and the Passions, Pet Sounds, the 72, that one was used. But they're not really sure. But Chris Bellman, they went through a ton of tapes, literally listening to them. And Chris Bellman did the timing, and based on his detective work, the timing and the tape matched up to the 72. So he actually listened to it. No one else fucking listened to it. So based on his detective work, but
I think they actually used the tape that they did for the 50th anniversary.
It
which
may
is
be
still in print. It's the same. You can get it for $30 instead
yeah, it
of
may
$100.
be. It may be. You might be right, but that's not. I know I'm not a fan of one steps necessarily. But it's not a one step. It's not in that super vinyl, and it's not in a slipcase. Yes, you can get it for 30. You can always get another version for $30.
Okay, as far as I know, because I told you my friend Brad's a huge. The Carl and the Passions one was supervised by Carl.
Apparently not. That's the thing.
No, he wasn't.
Hold on. Because I trust Brad because he's dealt directly with the Beach Boys for years.
But what the archivist says, that date, the date it was cut, supposedly by Carl, that afternoon, Carl got on a plane. Seriously, this is all
there.
This is all.
Well, again,
unless he did it in the morning, and there's no record of that.
Well, hold on. Everyone could be wrong, but just based on, it's not like Brad's in the music industry and he loves the Beach Boys. He's done business with them. He worked for Warner Chappelle.
But even the experts don't know for sure.
Well, I understand, but this is the feeling. This was my point. I have one of those green, whatever year they started doing the green label capitals.
Right.
I have a mono. That's the one I have.
Okay.
And I compared it to the Carl and the Passions because I've had that record a couple times.
It's been around.
And it sounds exactly the same to me.
But people's heads are exploding, like with the MoFi they lied bullshit. Like they intentionally deceive people. That's the thing they didn't do.
Well,
I mean, there's a lot of confusion.
I don't go to that old man angry.
Well, there's a lot of that going around. There's a lot of that.
Okay, I'm going to put a link here for a video that really details and explains it.
That's the Beach Boy Man guy. Yeah, it's a good video, and
very good video.
It's a very good video. But
didn't he just do a follow up the other day?
That's the one.
No, this
he did the follow up because Fremer jumped all over him, which is ridiculous, you know. But I don't think the guy Grover or Chris Bellman is trying to like deceive people into it. You either like it or you don't, and if you don't like it, send it back.
So the link I put is from a guy that's called Living Analog Sound Lab, and he goes into great detail on how they determine which tape was used. I'm convinced it's not the one that they used for Carl and the Passion.
Well, it might not be. It might not be.
I'm going to do an AI comparison.
It's the best one that Chris Bellman thought and Grover thought sounded the best.
Well, he explains why these people say that. Why it's not a long video, so just when you get a chance, watch it.
Do you feel that? Here's my knowledge. There's this dude who has a new channel, and he's doing clickbait vinyl shit.
That's somebody else. That's the
and his latest one is about this, and
that's bullshit.
You know what?
That's all my knowledge is.
I'm gonna do an AI comparison.
2 years from now.
Which version do you have, Danny K?
I have the DCC. I've got.
That's supposed to be the best.
Casim's.
Is that stereo or the mono?
Mono.
Yeah, I've got both.
Casim's 45 and 33. Back when I was stupid, and
all of us.
Yeah, and I skipped out. I missed out on the DSS. I went to the site the other day, and I'm like sold out. I'm like, oh shit.
They're going to be in the stores on June 26th.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I thought it's limited to 6,000.
Get in your car.
They are limited to 6,000. They held some out. All the DSSs are going to be retail, except for REM, which sold out. All the DSSs are going to be June 26th retail stores.
Oh, nice. Well, good. So I'll get that, and I'm going to do an AI comparison on all four.
You know, my take is, I like, to be honest with you, the stereo AP the best. I know it's not the way the artist's intent. but that's the way Mark Lynette did it in 96. I like the stereo better than all the monos
To
on my.
be perfectly honest, Mazzy and the rest of you guys, I got the Beach Boys box set that came out, I don't know, 5-6 years ago, whenever it was, 4 or 5 years
CD?
ago. And it's fantastic.
The CD
It's,
set?
LP set.
Oh,
I think it's still in print. It's like $80 or
Who
something.
put it out?
Capital.
Universal?
Yeah, Capital.
it's
It's
I didn't know
fantastic.
they did one.
It's absolutely freaking fantastic
It's the
sounding.
Pet Sounds box set.
No, it's the whole Beach Boys. It's like their greatest hits. It's like
Oh.
80 tracks.
Oh,
It's fantastic. It's seriously fantastic. I mean, I play it every now and then, and it sounds absolutely spectacular. It's all digital. It contains some of the old stereo mixes. It contains the new remixed stereo mixes. It sounds fantastic. Anyway. Anywho.
Is it called?
Are you talking about this?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Fantastic. Absolutely
No.
fantastic.
It's a good thing Harry didn't open it yet.
Yeah,
No,
exactly.
it hasn't even been open yet. I'm going to have to listen to it now.
You should. It's fantastic, man. It really is good.
you know, you like what you like. We all like what we like, and so for people to tell us we shouldn't like something is ridiculous.
Okay.
I
okay.
like you,
I'm
Mazzy.
changing the subject real quick because I officially have had this for a month, and I've officially had this for a month, and I. All right, Harry. Okay.
Hey, keep going. I like it.
Okay, so this is the new jazz dispensary of the motherland of the Visitors, which were friends, family friends. People say they were uncles or cousins. I think they were family friends of John Coltrane. They put out 5, I think, albums on Muse. They're some of the most expensive if you choose to get an OG, which sorry, I want to remove that. Which Jazz Bum Felipe found me an original copy at a good price. Their stuff is really good. It veers towards modal avant-garde jazz, but this is a great pickup. All the craft reissues to me are really good. Zev is doing a line of this. Probably I'd be very surprised if he doesn't release some of these Visitors titles as part of that Muse reissue, but they're including some. They've already done 2 as part of the Jazz Dispensary. They did the Catalyst record. Excellent, really good. A little more funky than their stuff, but I have to say I think it sounds better. But these sound really good, the original Muse ones. So there you go. I'm allowed to talk about it now.
You know, after we had that conclave 2 days ago about Chad Fest, just for the hell of it, I went online now and did just if I was to go alone and do the whole thing from Seattle, and people are going to think I'm being a little uppity. I have to do at least premium economy. I can't be in the cattle on an airfare.
You're a fancy man.
I don't understand
way
why
past
you're
that.
on commercial. It's ridiculous.
Also, when you hang out with Mazzy in person, do not look at him in the eye.
No, but
Right.
it's usually
Right.
when I go to LA, it's $30 more for me to upgrade.
All right,
my
spend
seat.
it out. How much do your attendant?
With the hotels for 4 nights and everything, not including food, it was $4,500.
What? You kidding?
No,
So this is
airfare-
air-
go to the
airfare-
Ben
Where are you
Bosch.
flying?
And Mazzy,
Seattle
$4,500.
to it's a United.
What is that? That's nothing.
Can you let him talk?
No.
I don't know where the stopover was.
So wait, so this includes flight?
Flight and 4 nights of hotel for me
No, wait,
alone.
where are
Now,
you
if I
flying
share a
in-
hotel,
Where are you flying into?
Salina, that's going into Salina.
They have an
If you're
airport?
going to Salina, you got to rent a car or take an Uber, a long Uber.
It's the people airport.
Is it a grass field that you're going to be landing on?
No, they have a regular airport. They have a regular airport. Seriously. No, Matt Luthens told me, like, he texted me. He didn't text me. He inboxed me because I asked him because he lives in the Seattle area in Marysville, and so he makes the trip a lot. He goes, you could do the thing, but you rent a car, and it's an hour and a half, 2-hour drive, or it's an $150 Uber. He said, because I guess he's done it. Or it's better to fly into Salina and you have to stop over. So basically, I'd leave at around 9:30 in the morning and get in at 10:30 at night
Wow.
with a stopover. And that's at just a normal hotel. Now, obviously, if I shared the hotel, I
Hey,
would
Brian.
would pay less for
Again,
that too.
I'll just wait for the DVD to be released.
Now, wait, Mazzy, does this include a personal butler?
No, I mean,
Yeah,
So-
come on. If I,
you know, if
you
I
are-
didn't do economy, I would probably save about $800. I would, so I
My
get it
nephew
for
flies
35,
Learjet.
3,500,
Get you a
36.
Lear. I can get you a Lear for about 15 grand. Just do it. That's nothing to you. If I had, again, if
There's
I
a
had
van
Matthew-
service from the
Yeah,
airport from
Now-
Salina.
Now,
Salina.
Mazzy, when you land, isn't that $4,500 when you land there?
No, because somebody
Is there a military
There's
escort?
a
Have you
viewer
thought of
here,
hitchhiking?
Rob. There's a viewer of yours here who's watched. I don't know if he's watching now. Who emailed me and said, you really should check it out. He's coming from Amsterdam, and he's going to the
And it's
Cat
probably
Fest.
cheaper.
Wow.
It's cheaper from Amsterdam.
And so based on his thing, I decided to go through like bookings.com and do the package deals and look for those kind of things. I usually fly Alaska because I get points and I can use my mileage and stuff, or Amex. But, I checked it out just for the hell of it. Everyone says how cheap it is, and it's not necessarily.
I'm
Now,
sorry
Mazzy,
about
when you take the plane to Salina, are you riding in that back section?
I know
Yeah.
but you wanted an honest answer,
Mazzy, you can, when you land at the airport, you can get Mr. Haney to pick you up.
I'm flying into LA in August for VinylCon, and I got a ticket and with my upgraded premium and my points for $350 round trip to LA. So,
That's crazy.
$4,500. When I
that.
priced
Again,
it out,
again, if I had Mazzy's money, I would burn my money.
when I priced it out, it was close to $2,000.
try
But that
it
was
again.
like renting a car.
Try it
too.
again to Salina and see what happens at some point, just for the hell of it.
Did you do
Nope.
separate, or you just went to a service that booked?
I went to bookings.com where they have the package flight just to see, I didn't get in the weeds. I'm sure I could. And I wanted the premium economy seat because I like more leg room and I like getting on and off early. And, I know that might sound, I used to travel every month or every other month for work, a lot of flying. And, you get spoiled by that because
You just don't want to be with the
people are
common
trying to
people.
shove suitcases in and you have to wait. It's when you travel regularly, you get a little jaded, but I used to get mileage and points. So I always used to get upgrades. I went to San Francisco every week from Seattle the first 4 years I moved here for work.
Okay.
And so I got all those Virgin America and then Alaska points.
Okay. I'm
mileage.
using Google's flight search,
Okay.
and it literally is stuck.
Nice.
That's because you put in,
I put SLN.
that's because you put Kansas in there. How much is it? I'm not going to WFMU.
Hey.
Last time for New York, I don't remember, but
Like,
I used to be able to get
Like
New York
Phoenix.
flights between $400 and $500 round trip from the West
Rob,
Coast.
Burbank to Phoenix. Give me a number.
What do you mean?
4.
You could look it up. No,
I
it
don't
used
want
to be
volatility there.
reasonable, but
I'm
going
not
to
your
Man,
flight. What am
No,
I?
for $4,500, you could go to the Springsteen concert.
yeah,
This is
I could do a
travel.
lot for $4,500,
This is
and
the
I bet you I
travel.
could chip it away. It could be $3,800 or whatever if I really kind of. I mean, this is not a deep dive for me to try to look for bargains, but it's not as cheap.
Put Raji's message up.
I see that
There's nothing there
Hey,
that even
if someone
interests
reached out to me and said, "Hey, Mazzy, we're going to do it." I know that sounds snobbish. I'm not
You sound
asking
like-
anyone to do that, but I would
This
go for
is-
free. Of course.
This
I
is
would.
like a repeat of you talking about how you never clean records and you're not interested in record cleaning.
I said
gonna-
I'd love
You
to
own
go.
a record
but I don't
cleaner
want to pay
and
$4,000.
you will be in Salina.
Do you want to pay $4,000 to go, Jim?
I'm not driving.
would
All right.
set up a
Hold on, everyone.
I want you to go.
Hold on. United, which is the airline I fly because I have status.
That's what I was going to do.
The tickets go
Oh.
from hold on, round trip $446 to over $500, depending when you leave. One stop. It looks like the quickest to get there with a one stop is 5 hours. So it's a 5-hour plane trip.
I've
That
already
seems-
got my
well, LA
tickets.
then has a better direct semi-direct in
I
Seattle.
already bought tickets round trip, $350 on Spirit Airline.
To where?
So of course, Spirit's not around.
That's one of the
anymore.
reasons Spirit's out of business. They didn't fly into Salina. There was
That's
so
right.
much business there.
I'm just waiting for my text from Chad. Jim, got you all set. Here's your plane ticket.
Again,
Nice.
I'm not going the Mazzy route where I need to have my hands washed.
I'm
by the
I'm not
attendant.
talking about first class. You know, I'm not talking.
Are
I
you
don't
going
go
to
first
send
class.
record collector news to the?
You know, when
event
airlines,
and hand
like
them
right
out?
after first class, it's usually
I,
6, 7, 8.
I'll tell you, probably not as such.
Why
The
not?
way I think,
Because
reasonably, not to go against Mazzy, I think it's still around a $2,000 price, and even at that price, it's too much.
Chad and I have a very good relationship. Neither one of us would piss up the other one's ass if their guts were on fire. That's
You
the
know,
way it is.
airlines. Let me just go through United directly, like you said.
No, it's about, that's the way I figured it out. It's 500,
I understand. I'm just doing it.
and now, even if I don't rent a car, 400 for the hotel, food
From
and
Texas,
everything.
like $30.
I wonder how many people are going to show up there. Seriously. Like,
Well,
I think it'll
supposedly-
max out. Look at people.
Apparently,
It's
the VIPs are sold out, but that's only 30 or close to selling out.
Well,
the blues
whatever-
concerts are
I
half.
mean-
Wait, the blues concerts are half sold out. I bet you he gets a good amount. He's got the faithful.
way
You know that.
I don't know, when he was doing concerts full blast, I would have to think that if you live in Kansas City area, to go down there for a show and stuff, you know, I used to go to Vegas for concerts. I don't find that unreasonable, but he had a culture of people coming. He hasn't done these shows in a long time. And he really, he hinted at this if he did not fully say this. And I don't want the stream to become, we're always talking about the Chad Fest, but I don't feel like they're going to be people like me there.
Well, I think there
don't.
will. I think there will. But see, a lot of
I
people
don't think
who
there's
live
going
in
to
the
be people there
Midwest,
that like you.
there's going to be
No, most
people.
people do not like me.
Wax. There'll be people from the Midwest and driving to the thing, and you know.
No, again, I feel like he has experience of people going there, but I don't. Although, like I told you, the Chico Freeman, he don't play. So the fact he's playing there, to go have an opportunity to see him, you know, that would be a consideration. But I went through the several factors. It's not just like it's in Salina, blah blah blah, I'm not going. There's a lot of factors into me deciding to go to something.
Now, what Chad should do is when he does these concerts, he should do the live to disc like Third Man Record does.
Well, no, he's going to record them. He said he did on Westman. He records. I'll tell you this, Harry. I went to one of his demos. He played a couple shows that were recorded at that church. Stellar. Some really, the Tony Joe White, stellar.
Yeah, Tony Joe White.
And he played like a blues musician who I don't remember. Stellar sounding. So he's going to record these, yes. So
Chad gave
Is he going to release that Tony Joe White?
he said that he's working on reissuing, or I don't know if he ever issued them, putting them out on vinyl. He
Well,
says
he's
he
already
has
done like 4 or 5 of them.
he has a crazy amount of shows that he recorded.
Part of that collection I picked up, there were 2 of the Nils Lofgren live analog box set, 45 RPMs. And I've heard great things about it, but I don't want to open them to listen to it.
I'm sure you could stream it.
Will it be the same though?
For your bad hearing, yes.
What?
I mean, we'll get reports back from who? Who are we going to get reports? Who can be our reporter? Is seriously anyone watching going?
Man on the street.
Rick says he should do live streams of the music. The problem with that, you have to get label and artist rights. There's a lot of legal shit. You can't just stream any concert live.
Okay. All right, Rex, you're the perfect person for this. We're going to send Rex there in a wheelchair, like that famous guy did. We're going to outfit it with a recording device. Rex, to pull this off in reality, we'll put a colostomy bag on the wheelchair so they won't think it's hacking it.
You're right. I just did United, just the flight alone directly to United. Maybe my mistake was going through bookings and everything. I can get a $600 round trip, but it's still $600 on United.
Mazzy, it's still a $1,500, $2,000.
Yeah, exactly. It's not where I want to be.
Here's a test pressing Chad gave me of a guy by the name of Ilmat Rasan. And this is 1998.
Wow.
Chad's been doing this shit for a long time.
Is it any good?
Yeah, it's damn good. It's really good. I don't listen to it that often, but
I talked about Sonny Rollins on Tuesday and Miles Davis. I'm just responding.
You talked about Chad on Tuesday.
Yeah, sad Sonny Rollins, but he lived a good life.
So, Danny K, how are you doing? I've seen you around the block, but I haven't really talked to you in a long time.
Yeah. Good. Thank you. Just busy.
Where are you living now?
Still in Maine.
Okay.
We are in the process of selling the casa, and hopefully skipping over to Boise, Idaho. Well, not really Boise, but the Boise area.
You're getting closer.
Yeah, I know, right?
Boy, you guys are like gypsies, aren't you?
Yep.
With the wagon, you're really traveling a lot. Make sure you ship your records to Boise and not to Hungary.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, no. So things are good. Just doodling around, and I've got a couple of AI videos that I'm working on. That's like my new shtick.
Wow.
What do you mean AI videos?
Well, using AI for comparisons. Like the Fleetwood Mac that I did about a month ago or 2 months ago, whenever it was, using AI to discern which copy is objectively the better version. The Fleetwood Mac Rumors OG US Press or the Hoffman Gray reissue from 09.
Do you have to digitize the record?
Yep.
Now, what does AI do exactly? How does it do it?
So that's actually that's actually a very valid question. Most people assume that. By the way, it's my most watched video yet. I mean, I think it's up to like 13,000 views now. And there's two categories of questions that came up in the comments, really. One was, how does AI hear? Because it doesn't have ears, obviously. And the second common thread was exactly your question, Harry. How exactly does AI figure out what's going on? And it's actually pretty simple. So in this case, I was using Manus, which is now owned by Meta. But so Manus, the first thing you do is you digitize both files. So I did two things. I digitized both records, just a couple of songs from each record. And AI only needs about 60, 70 seconds of data to learn and capture. And so I copied a couple of tracks from Fleetwood Mac Rumors, the OG, Fleetwood Mac Rumors, the Kevin Gray, Steve Hoffman reissue.
2496.
Huh?
45 or 33.
The 45. Captured it with my Tascam DA1000 at 2496. And on the same turntable, of course, to keep things equal. And then I recorded, I also recorded the actual in-room sound between Studio A and Studio B, playing both files. And then I dumped it into Manus, and basically Manus loads a Python Librosa script and starts looking.
Tell us in English.
Yeah. Well, it's so Python is a large call it like a database model that stores that can essentially identify different markers in across different spheres of data points that you attach to it. In this particular case, it loads an audio data set called Librosa. And as Python analyzes, or as Manus analyzes these files, it literally just has the waveform, obviously, right? I mean, again, it doesn't have any ears, it can't hear. So it looks as the waveform between each of these files and looks at all the differences. And the amount of data that you can actually get from wave files on a stereo recording is staggering, right? I mean, you can get all kinds of info, soundstage width, depth, amplitude changes, literally microscopic changes in just about any parameter is all captured and contained in that wave file. And then what it does, it spits out a protocol. And actually, if you're interested, you can go to my to the video, and they're still attached and linked to my Dropbox, and read the report. At any event, the results, what I was curious at is, one, is Manus going to be able to tell a difference? And two, which one is it going to prefer? Now, where this comes into play, I thought you said Manus is going to be objective about it. It is, because what it does, once it identifies those markers that are differentiators between each of the files, it then pulls data from all the large language models that, again, are contained within Librosa, that contain all manners of human voice interaction. And so it can see, for example, that, or it understands, for example, that when we as humans say, oh, this sounds sweet, or this sounds warm, or this sounds, forward, et cetera, it can parlay those data points onto the actual objective data that it collected from these files, and it assigns them to those, right? And that's based on, obviously, millions and millions and millions and millions of queries that it does, and that it does on a daily basis. I mean, anytime you open up any of these AI agents and you access a large language model, it learns new data points, right? So what was really interesting then, of course, was trying to figure out, okay, so what is Manus going to tell me now that it sees that there are differences, and it objectively quantifies those differences. Again, the noise floor on the reissue was a lot lower. I think in one case it was like 10 dB lower than my original fairly clean first press, right? The soundstage was wider on the Kevin Gray, Steve Hoffman reissue than on my US press, right? Et cetera, et cetera. And then the question became, well, which one sounds better, right? And so what was fascinating is that it literally pulled in both cases the reissue as the better sounding one, as I concluded myself. And so it's fascinating. I mean, it truly is fascinating. You've got like a $1 million lab in the palm of your hand that you can access just about any time. So I've been on a total AI kick.
But can't you just listen to the album and see which one you like?
Well, no, it can't, because it doesn't have ears, right? It
would be funny if it responded, but it all comes down to your personal choice.
Well, this is an interesting thing, because Danny's not saying this thing is right.
Yeah,
he's not saying
it's analytical.
He's doing what you people don't do. he's putting in the work to say this is a stupid way to analyze a record.
Right. And,
Right?
and look, you don't have to do any of that. I'm just doing it because to me it's fascinating. Everybody's like, well, what are you going to do with AI? What are you going to do with AI? Well, here's an actual thing that I think is a pretty damn cool an analytics tool for our hobby.
But
Right?
here's a question: what would it get the same results if
That's what you're
someone
gonna do
did
with
it with
AI.
a different system or a different cartridge?
Hold on.
It would. It would. It would, because you're keeping the parameters the same, right? You're recording the files off the same turntable, the same arm and cartridge combination. None of that is changing, right? Of course, if you start changing those variables, then everything's going to change, right? But if you keep
So when you do that, can I ask a question, Danny? When you do that and you do that comparison through AI, is that in fact borne out by your ears? Are the results?
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
That's interesting. Great.
Well,
Absolutely.
I'm going to say this, okay?
Another
Hold
question.
on.
Another question.
I want
follow
to
up, please.
No, let
Did
me.
you-
I'm
Fight.
Hold on. You already had your chance to ask a question. Let me just say one thing.
Did you think that it was going to be better? I mean, did it agree with your original thought, Danny? Or
It did. Yeah.
Right.
I had no idea. I honestly, I had no idea going into this what the results were going to be. The two big questions that I had was AI going to be able to tell the difference? And B, what would it say is the better sounding version, again, based on large language model learning and understanding?
My question is, before you did the AI, your favorite version, did it match up with AI's favorite?
Yeah.
Can I put this in a way that if anyone, I'm okay with no one liking AI, but please understand this. Everything you do in your life, if it's done in a consumer-based way, has been determined by technology.
Exactly.
I promise you, even before AI models, there were other computer. Okay, I am talking. So when I'm talking, let me finish, Jim. Pinch your arm when someone is talking. When they're finished, then you can express your point of view.
If that's the case, we'd be black and blue.
No, okay. So let me finish my point. As someone who worked mainly in data collection and interpreting it for people to make actionable things. As someone who's had health issues, I wasn't the first person to have my health issue, right? So everything that I went through was determined by technology, both in ways to cure me, but also as me as a patient, what it would take for the time it would take for the doctors to do this. So to poo-poo on AI in just a flat out way seems silly when everything you do in your life was predetermined by technology.
It's great in the medical field. I will agree.
No, it's
There's
great.
some good
Oh,
use
It's
of it.
fascinating.
Well,
It's
let's-
great.
In
period.
diagnosis.
Yeah, but not everyone had health issues. Let's say you order a record, right? First of all, whoever you're ordering it from, the fact that they're going to have a copy means that they've determined somehow how many people might buy it. Then for it to get to you technology is already determined how it's going to be shipped to you. So every aspect of your fucking life is related to a technology decision.
Right.
Now someone arbitrarily is trying to see if AI can do stuff that his own ears do, and he's not even determining it's the best way to do this.
Can we use AI to pack and ship these audiophile records we're ordering? I think that would be an excellent
Hey,
first
AI,
step.
can you send Mazzy to Salina?
Yes. Well, AI can't, but AI can direct robots to do it.
I'm telling the anti-AI people I'm selling Thomas Brothers maps again. Anyone?
There you go.
Hey, hey,
B67.
There you go. What year map are you looking? What year book are you looking for? You had to buy a new
Dude,
one.
I
every
lived
year.
on that in LA in 95. Oh my gosh.
No shit.
You know,
Yeah.
it's great to turn Rob's Thursday stream into a little bit of a TED talk with Danny
look.
Kaye here.
Here's the thing. Look, I'll say this, okay? And you know, I don't want to get aggro, but it really pisses me off, okay?
Uh-oh.
When people poo-poo this whole AI thing and what I've done without ever actually A, watching the video, B, downloading the information themselves, reading through it, C, listening to the files that I've attached to the video. You can hear it yourself. Those are the exact files that I used. And then come and talk about what you agree with or disagree with. But before you do any of those things, as the great Chad Kassem says, shut the fuck up.
So how
Dude.
much time did you have involved in, say, one album doing the comparison AI wise?
I mean, it's pretty quick. It's like a couple of hours. I mean, it's basically just down to recording it and then dumping it into Manus and then coming up with the correct queries to ask it to you know, it takes a little bit of time because the more, how do I say this? The more specific you get with your queries and questions surrounding the files and the analysis of the files, the more data Manus is going to spit out on those data points.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to really get into a frame set of like, okay, I'm a lab scientist. I've got access to this, you know, multi-million-dollar lab in my pocket. What are some of the questions that I can ask this agent to perform tests on that will yield the most information back to me? In other words, you can start off with, hey, you know, here's two files, show me a waveform of each file, and it'll print out a waveform and you can look at the files, right? But you can get much more granular, you know, which, ultimately leading to the question, you know, to you, based on your knowledge of large language models, which file sounds better? So
Have you posted this video yet?
yeah, it's
we
up.
get a
It's,
link?
here's
I'll put
the link. I'll
to
give you a
Danny's
link.
channel.
Put a link in the chat.
Yeah. 1 second.
Can you do this with Yoko Ono music?
No, it's
You know,
unfortunately
it's
incompatible
cheap
with
shot.
that.
Cheap shots. It's always about Yoko when you have to do something that you perceive as negative, Harry. You know, you don't know the art and the aesthetic, and it's just a cheap shot. Why don't we
That's
talk
what I'm here
about
for.
why don't we talk about what's that guy who writes those crazy songs that sleeps on your couch? Why don't we talk about him?
Actually, he's all AI.
His songs are better than hers.
Oh shit!
I can just tell you this: that. But by the way, what is your personal choice, Danny?
The reissue. Well, it depends. So the reissue is much more open. It's much more dynamic. But the original, because it's compressed dynamically, gives you more punch, gives you more, you know, it's more old school sounding, right? It's more 70s sounding, really, right? So it really depends on what you're listening for. If you want the quote unquote modern day audiophile sound, right? Of, oh, it's open, there's no dynamic restrictions. It's, you know, what's on the tape is what's on the record. And I believe, if I remember correctly, Steve had said that essentially what's on the record is really what's on the master tape. They didn't use any compression. It's basically, other than just some minute tweaks that they did, it's essentially what's on the tape, right? So it depends on what you're listening for. If you want the original, you know, big fat bottom compressed sound, play the original, right? If you want the audiophile sound, play the reissue. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Hey, I'm hearing a little beep sound, like a beat. Does anyone have something playing in their background?
Mazzy, is that you?
No, he's outside. Unless it's a Woodpecker. Hey, by the way,
I was muted. I was muted.
By the way, I was driving around LA and they have these Yoko Ono awning things all over the city.
If that's the same show that was in London at the Tate Modern, it's a fantastic show. Seriously, go see it. You might evolve with your Yoko thinking. You and Jim should take a field trip and go see it together. When
do I need another brief eternity with Yoko Ono? Is that?
God damn it! You know, you guys, you publish a magazine. You should be open to new things. You're into Zappa.
I will say this. Let's pretend me and Jim go down to the Broad to see this show. That's the name of the place. I'm almost sure that if we park somewhere and walk over to the place, we'll encounter 3 people that will scream in our face. I
understand it's performance art, blah blah blah. I had a friend who flew to Chicago, laid down on a table. A woman carved his back with a razor blade, put newspaper on his back. They clipped the newspaper to a line and sent just tons of blots of this guy's blood over the audience, and he was HIV positive. That was the performance art. And the Washington found out, Bush administration found out, and he got $200 federal money to fly out there, and they almost shut the whole program down.
Yeah, they all had a heart attack.
I understand performance art, but
remember they all had a heart attack. They all had a heart attack when Pissed Christ came out, and NEA grants were for that. But you know,
we put Pissed Christ on the cover.
If you divide all the money up that's sent to NEA for arts, and we voted, I would vote. I don't mind controversial artists, so my cut can go to them. And if your cut doesn't want to go to them, because
we put Pissed Christ on the cover of the LA Weekly, and our printer refused to print it. But then eventually he gave in and did. That was a great cover, man. That was a great cover.
Hey, Danny, the next one, can you put Yoko Ono through AI?
I've got a bunch that I've done, so it's going to be a good video coming.
So, Jim, based on whoever is on the cover of your magazine, do you have a way to determine which was the most popular issue?
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's good. What would that be?
That would be a blonde babe with breastises. That gets picked up every time. The other ones, you know, my favorite story is 10 years ago, we did a cover story on Brian Jones, and the record company gave us a gorgeous fucking picture. I don't think it had even been published before. And so we put it out. My paper's there. I'm at a hipster record store. There's a 29-year-old guy staring at my paper on the floor, you know, pile of papers on the floor. He's staring at the cover for a long time. He's looking at it, and he starts to leave. This is Brian Jones, gorgeous. He starts to leave without picking up my paper. And I said, whoa, I got to ask you. You looked at my paper for so long. How come you're not picking it up? He goes, I don't know who Brian Jones is. That taught me a fucking lesson. I should have said Brian Jones, founder of the Rolling Stones. So that's the kind of thing that makes a difference.
I thought you were going to say that it's an ugly woman.
I've done extensive AI work.
On the cover, it gets picked up, period. But we haven't done that ever. And I
would like to weigh in on this AI thing, or have you gone past it?
No. Thanks a lot, Rob.
Patrick's take.
So one thing so after Danny did his video, I decided to experiment with this AI thing, because I have tons of files that I can compare. I can compare hardware. Every time I do a hardware change, I re-rip albums. So I have many files that I can go back and reference. And it's been fascinating to me, but also frustrating, because I can sit there. One thing it's great for is for setting up your turntables. You can sit there and do some test files and like go in and say, and it'll tell you, hey, your frequency response is off, this, that, and the other. It's really, but the problem with AI is that you can sit there and tell it, and tell you can sit there and say, this was made with this system, and it'll change its view by the hardware, like going, oh, that should sound better. So it'll actually change its mind. And if you upload one file, it'll say that it's bright, and the next time it'll say it's dark if you upload a file that's brighter than the one that you're doing. So it does have some things that it needs to work on.
Changing the parameters, right? I specifically did not change any of the parameters. That's the
Oh, I
key
mean,
difference.
I've done I've done tons. I mean, I've spent hours and hours on this setting up my
Right.
turntables because I spent lots of time, different GPTs and stuff. Like I said, it's great for setting up stuff and for looking at stuff that you can't look at easily. It's really it's invaluable in that sense. But it's not the be all end all. You should still use your ears for sure.
Oh, of course.
Because you can't determine how forward something is or anything. So it could just look at the data and give you everything it can from the data, and it can make some educated guesses. But it really is a cool tool. I mean, I would definitely not be someone that just like shits on it just because it's AI. If you have to know what you're getting into, and you can get different results from different GPTs too. Because I sit there and I go, hey, look at these two files and tell me which one sounds. If you just give it an open-ended thing, like you said, you have to narrow it down and tell it specifics. Okay, I want to listen to body. I want to listen to depth. I want to listen to soundstage.
Correct.
You have to tell it what to look for, or it'll just go, oh, okay, this one just buy the book.
Exactly. You have to become very specific with your queries to get to the bottom of it, essentially.
And you can even see on your video where you change. You say, okay, I want to hear soundstage. Which one's best for soundstage? You have to tell it what to look for, because
100%.
It's smart, but it doesn't know what you're thinking.
Absolutely correct. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
Hey, we're not asking.
Thanks
AI,
for my electric bill going up there.
Yeah, we're not asking AI to invest all our money in some sort of fakakta.
So nobody's asked a question, but I'll ask Rob. Rob, what do you think, in your experience, how has AI contributed or detracted from porn?
Well, Rob. Sorry to interrupt. I didn't mean to interrupt, Rob.
Well, I don't sort my porn with AI. I use good old fashioned elbow grease.
You can make Kate Beckinsale, and
you can just use your eyes, right?
You can combine the younger Kate Beckinsale with Charlize Theron and make a hybrid.
Wow, that says a lot, Mazzy.
I can honestly say that this is a weird thing for me to say, but I'm pretty optimistic about things.
I don't want to hear.
I'm optimistic about things. So anything that is of good in the wrong hands becomes bad.
Of course.
There you go.
Of course.
It's
always been like that. It's always been like that.
Take this live stream, for instance.
It'll be like nuclear technology.
Will AI be able to give us better colorized versions of black and white film?
It could.
Hey, by the way, actually, Harry, that's a good segue. If anyone is looking for something to watch, that's Spider Noir with Nicolas Cage. But here's a technology flaw of Prime. So I have a Fire Stick that I watch stuff on. This TV show is done in two ways. You can watch it in like Technicolor, or you can watch it in black and white. Which probably I watched the first episode in black and white, but on the Fire Stick you can't make the selection to black and white. What you have to do, the workaround, is go into your account on your phone app, and then when you click on the show, it gives you a choice, and then you select which one you want to watch, and then it should appear on your other device. So I watched the black and white. The recommendation that I saw someone that I watch in comments is, since it's kind of in the noir, kind of 40s style detective movie, black and white might probably be the way to go. And I think it was Nicolas Cage's suggestion, do it in both. So I'm going to watch the next episode in color.
Where is this streaming?
It's on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
It's actually really good. It's good.
It's outstanding in every criticism you have of these shows, because this is what I believe. Put the camera on Nicolas Cage. He'll do all the work for you.
He's good.
And it's really about that. He is the most diverse actor I've ever experienced in my life.
Did anybody get reached out to by a Play Graded app? Did anybody get?
Yeah, I got reached out to by that.
Yeah, I talked to the guy
Yeah,
yesterday, and it's just like, dude,
How come
I
didn't
don't
get-
see how that can. That's because you don't like music. But yeah, so
it's
What
because
is
you
it?
were rained down by tainted blood, Jim.
so apparently it's an app where you take your phone and you're playing a record that you bought that someone said was near mint, and you make a recording and send it to the service, and it'll tell you if your record is graded correctly, whether it's VG plus near mint.
Fuck that shit. That's I hate
Yeah.
that bullshit for me. You know.
Yeah, I'm like going, well,
You know what?
and I told the
That'll
guy,
be-
I said, well, if you have your turntable not set up correctly, it can make a near mint record sound VG, you know, and if you don't clean the record, you know, so there's so many variables. I'm like going, and
Who
you're going to have
cleans
somebody with
their
a phone.
records?
You're gonna have somebody with a phone, like, you know, sit there and like,
Snake.
Yeah.
My impression of from the get go, just like that thing where you just take a picture of the label, it'll grade the record for you. And
Right. This isn't so much about grading records as it is about selling subscriptions to grading records.
yeah, exactly. But yeah. So he reached out and he said, "Here, have an account." So I uploaded. I was working on a Dio album, so I said, "Okay, I've got lots of files I can upload to your service." So I uploaded one. This was a near mint record. It's like beautiful, and it gave me a VG minus grade. I was like, "What are you talking about?"
Wow.
It's funny.
Here's the service, Patrick. It's a mask. Really, it's Michael Fremer sitting in a room and listening to it and then leaving his comment.
While eating lasagna.
I mean, I think most people that I come across is smart enough to know the difference.
I got the impression this guy was like really young, and he's very young, very enthusiastic, you know, but
the world is littered with the Fire Festival guys.
yeah. So
but everyone knows the difference. I think everything Danny said came out of his general curiosity. Who's doing shit came out of his general curiosity, and I see it for what it is. He's not saying that's the way to go, people. Calm down with your AI.
It's just another way to analyze music.
And to Harry's point, there's one thing everyone can thank for taking new technology and making it mainstream, and that's the porn industry. The reason videotapes and rental videotapes and all that stuff
VHS.
became as big as it was
That's
because
true.
of porn.
Yep, that's
You
true.
want to know why we have the bandwidth that we have? It's because of porn.
Yes.
True.
you know,
Pornography.
back in the day, my landlord gave me a free condo in Dallas, and I had 4 T1 lines coming into to that condo because I administered like 20 gay porn sites for this guy. And
Really?
it was crazy.
There was those were T1s. When 900 numbers first started, there was only a 2 square block area in downtown LA where you could locate T1s. Everybody had to have offices down there.
I had 4 of them into my condo, so I literally was an internet provider just for these 20. And it was all these servers were in a spare bedroom, and it got so hot in summer, man. It was like it's crazy.
Can't imagine.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I sold I put all the porn in the back of the LA Weekly. I put as much back there as possible. It supported the paper. We did not allow
You have
S&M.
endless stories of the LA Weekly paper stuff.
Hey,
You
The
have
same
endless-
endless stories show up every week.
And just so people know,
I have 8 stories.
okay, just so people know, yesterday morning I woke up to this posted on Instagram.
I saw that one.
Okay, that was what I woke up to.
People got so pissed at AI because I use
Fucking
AI.
Snow White of the VC is right there, right?
They should get mad at Mazzy for making us look at
So,
that.
hold
That's what
on.
they should be mad about.
So yesterday
People don't get the joke.
No, I get the joke. So yesterday I did this as a response.
That's more realistic.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, that shows who's
My
in hell.
favorite
I
part
don't-
is when AI did "Good Day for Damnation."
I don't believe in heaven. I don't believe in heaven and hell, but it kind of illustrates which one either of us is going to if there was a heaven and hell.
Hey, dude.
Oh,
Matt,
Mazzy, you're going to hell. Are you
I hate
kidding?
to
You're going to
disappoint-
hell.
I hate to disappoint your.
Is hell in Salina?
I'm already in hell right
It
now.
will. It will be in October.
Actually, I believe heaven is in Salina.
In October.
Isn't the Garden of
telling you.
Eden? The Garden
Look,
of Eden.
if-
Kansas.
You know, how many people are watching right now, Rob?
Is
Not
there a
enough.
cuckoo clock at Mazzy's house?
How much?
171.
Okay, 171 of you. There's got to be like some rich person out there who wants to, bring me on their jet from Boeing Field to go to Salina, put me up, that wants to sponsor, wants some great content.
But but
you-
why?
yeah.
Why would? But you're not going to ask the hard questions, Mazzy. That's. I mean,
I'm not a journalist like that. No, I'm
This
not
is
going
not
to
about
ask.
hard questions. This is about repairing a relationship.
I am not a gotcha interview. I'm not an interviewer. Like, that's not what I do. I just show you. I provide travel logs and music. It's lightweight, but that's what the people like.
How
Believe
did
me,
you? I
my
don't understand.
travel logs are very popular.
Then
and,
how did you
they
piss?
just-
Then how did you piss Chad off so bad?
I didn't piss. How come? Okay, everyone.
I would
likes to
say
dump-
somebody telling you to
remember-
shut the fuck up is pissing.
Remember
pissing-
when everyone dumped on MoFi because, oh my God, they lied and we hate the records now that we loved last week, all that shit. When I dumped on those boxes, I never dumped on the music, and I also dumped on the MoFi boxes. Not once did MoFi come at me and say, Mazzy, fuck you, or shut the fuck up.
No, they did
you
that
know?
privately.
Maybe.
All I can say, Mazzy.
Boxgate.
Hold on. Let's put all this in proper perspective. When someone doesn't like what Mazzy does and they leave a nasty comment, he reads it right away.
Yeah.
And he responds to it. So there are plenty of people who leave these comments.
I have a
So
theory.
what happened?
Mazzy-
What happened?
Mazzy
What happened
was
with MoFi was
unfairly
what happened.
blamed for Rob.
What happened
Rob.
with MoFi was that they said in Groove Mike, you can come, but don't bring that Mazzy guy. So behind the scenes,
Could be.
they said you can't go.
Yeah,
And I don't
Roberto is right. I consider it entertainment what I do. It's entertainment, it's fun. I have an opinion, and if you like my opinion, great. If you don't like it, I don't care. I know a lot about a certain part of records, different than what Patrick knows a lot about different records. We know different things.
Oh
we know.
no, I'm not saying send me to Salina. That wasn't the intent.
No, I understand. I understand that. Yeah.
Now Rob to Salina would be to me a little bit more entertaining than Mazzy to Salina. So just for various reasons. So Rob to Salina, where he goes all scorched earth, would be amazing.
That'd be fun.
Hey, for the record, I'm totally with Mazzy on this one, 100%. All my freaking MoFi boxes and UHQR boxes are stashed in the garage.
Yeah. They're great to put people's ashes in at some point,
I mean, what the hell is this thing? What is this? Why?
Oh, don't get me
I don't
started,
understand why.
I know.
I don't get
Don't
it.
get me started.
That way you can charge a premium for it.
No, it looks good on the shelf.
Wait, it doesn't.
But it doesn't.
Scott, I want to respond to Scott Wheeler here. If we showed that the other day on Tuesday, I showed that clip again. Chad was frustrated on that video of the Bill Evans thing, nothing to do with me. And he had built up this thing about me, a guy I'd never met. I never went after him personally, ever, and I'm one of many who feels like Danny about the boxes. I just happen to have a platform that people were watching about it. And you don't have to agree with me. And I never said, you're an asshole.
Hold on, Mazzy.
Or I never said his Jimi Hendrix records or his Miles Davis records were bad. In fact, I said they're excellent. And I just didn't like that old-fashioned encyclopedia thing. So I didn't even get it out.
You have
It's
to
what
agree.
I labeled the Birkin bag audio file.
Yeah, but hold on one second. Mazzy, you have to agree. You're saying you didn't go after. As far as my understanding of Chad, it's an extension of him. So when
I would
you kind
agree.
of say the boxes are dumb and stuff, you're insulting him. You are.
Well, then I'm insulting MoFi. There's a
Thin
lot of
skin,
people
anyone?
there are a lot of people that do boxes other than Chad and MoFi, and I just don't. If you put 5 records in a box, I'm fine. If even I even say these DSSs where we're talking about earlier, this Beach Boys. If you're going to do a slipcase, that's the way to do it. Have it just slightly just to fit the thing.
Yeah.
You don't need the slipcase, really.
That REM reissue is really well done. That's super
Yeah,
thin
exactly.
and it fits in there. Yeah, that was perfect.
Yeah. Exactly.
Nice and thin.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. It's exactly it.
But again, as someone who professionally surveyed normal people to tell companies what people thought of their stuff, the one industry that really does not rely on that is the music industry. They don't.
But too bad in that case, he didn't. And I hate to pick on him, but that's the conversation here. Of all the other videos I've done praising his releases.
Yeah, but Mazzy, it doesn't even. No one looks at it as an even.
Well, you're right. You're right. That's the thing.
Let's give a better example. Let's give a better example than Chad. Rhino Hi-Fi. Okay. I believe, apart from any other company that makes specialized.
St. Alfonso's pancake breakfast.
I know.
That's where I stole the margarine.
So Rhino has gotten the most feedback that I believe is actionable. Seriously. Have they done any of it? Fuck no.
Ship your records better. Get
right.
Their
I mean, that has to be the most actionable thing.
And you can't put those jackets in a sleeve.
Hey,
yeah.
Rob.
Yeah, I hate those faux obies that just have wrap around because you can't put the sleeve back in. They bend over it, and now it's like,
Rob, where did you dig up Lisa Harper again that she has to be obsessed with me again? She hasn't been around in a long time.
I feel hold on. I feel today a lot of the shit coming out of your mouth is horrible. So I texted her and said, "Can you come on?"
So I want to, with all these people watching, I want to publicly apologize to Scott Wheeler and say that he was right about normalization and that I was wrong. In front of all these people, I want to make sure that I tell Scott Wheeler that he was correct and I was wrong.
What is that related to?
Nothing. It's just something that we argued with a long time ago, and I died on that hill, and I have to admit that I was wrong. So
hey, Scott Wheeler.
Chad,
on this comment, I'm going to defend Chad.
Me too.
It's a Cajun accent.
It's Cajun. I agree with you, Rob. He's got a great Cajun accent.
And sorry, Elliot Cruz. Elliot Cruz is a little more hillbilly.
It's not hillbilly. It's New Orleans.
I still think you're wrong about a lot of stuff, Scott, but you were right about that. Okay.
Well, wait, Scott. He's a company that does what he does to make money.
Well, Scott Wheeler, we know it comes from the top. Look who can't take criticism. Our fucking president can't take criticism.
Oh, here we go. Somehow we managed to get to there.
But we're talking about Chad,
music.
But Chad who owns a company. And you got to have a sense of humor, if you're running a business.
Hold on. Here's the deal. Chad does have a sense of humor. But my feeling is everything he does is an extension of himself. If you criticize it, he takes it personally.
But don't you think in that conversation that he had last week with Fremer does his shtick to Chad more than I do, and he tolerates Fremer's shtick because he's part of it.
Okay, I don't know their whole relationship. I am not an expert, but it seems that they complemented each other throughout Chad's growth. Fremer was his best ally, so. And he does rely, from what I understand, he relies on his opinion. But
yeah, he does.
Here's the worst people you can come across is people that don't understand their customers fully, right? That they talk with them, they have feedback and stuff with them. And I mean, I don't know to what degree Chad really ponders kind of stuff.
Do you think Rhino does with all the
No,
shit
no,
they put?
no,
Did they
actually-
reissue over
Okay,
and
when you
over
rely-
and over and over
You
again?
rely on a non-paid person, Steve Westman, to do a majority of your customer service. You're pretty shitty as a company.
You know, the thing about what you just said, Patrick, I understand your point of view, but Rhino's job is literally reissuing Warner's catalog over and over again and keeping it in print. That's their job. And what they've said when they say, well, how come you did a hi-fi? Because you already did one 5 years ago with Bellman or whoever. They say, look, our money people, our peanut gallery people, or our peanut
Bean
whatever you call
counter.
them. Bean counters, excuse me. They say, look, we're running low on this. We have to go to repress. Why don't we do the repress in the next version of it? And that's essentially what they do. Even though you can get copies still, but they're out in the warehouse. They're out of it, or they're low in stock. So they go to repress. So they go to the reserves or the hi-fis or whatever version.
How
They're
about just
literally
repress it? How about just repress it? You don't have to like do any of the freaking advertisement or the
well,
hype. Just put it in the record stores like they used
Because
to
you
do.
can charge
You're
more.
right, but those audiophile versions have a specific audience
If
that's a
they're
little
not spending
different.
money on market, they still rely a good percentage on the word of mouth. They are
Oh,
not.
absolutely.
spending money
You're
on
right.
marketing.
You're right.
You,
They
you,
sure-
you know what?
absolutely.
All the versions that came out in 1975 were audiophile versions. Every record pretty much that came out up until the digital era was an
Okay, do they have-
audiophile record.
Do they have the metal parts for it? What do they need to make a 1975 version of the record?
No. Everyone's just saying, back then you didn't have audiophile records. Well, yeah, you did, because they actually took time to make a good record. As opposed to later in the 2000s. So all of
Sometimes
the
they
records
did.
were
Not everything
99.
was great.
A lot of it, most of it was done very well.
Right.
I
Most
only
of it was
collect
done very well.
Pickwick pressings.
Oh well,
But that was the only
Pickwick's horrible.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That was a horrible joke, Harry.
I'm trying, okay?
And
You
if,
know,
if I used AI to compare that joke,
that was beneath you. Yes.
Bring up Cult Vault's thing. It's exactly what I'm referring to.
like, can you,
People aren't going
yeah, it's
people aren't going to
drift
buy
bias.
people aren't
Drift
going to buy a repress to have it, but they'll buy a quote audiophile version again.
I'll tell you what. If you found Vertigo swirl plates of the Black Sabbath catalog, people would buy the shit out of those.
Hey,
But why
hold
doesn't
on.
the UK?
Here's what I'm going to say about music on vinyl. I applaud them for getting into the game, but please don't start it with a fucking golden earring record. Okay, thank you.
They know how
People
to
like
press a
Golden
record. They may not get the best sources, but nobody presses a record better than they do. So
Yeah,
because they do it at the Sony ex-Sony facility in Holland.
Oh, music and vinyl.
Speaker's Corner is pretty
Yeah.
good.
Speaker's
Yeah,
Corners can't get any titles though. I mean, they don't. Anything that I'm
honestly,
interested in.
Who wants a
You know-
golden earring reissue audiophile? Who wants that?
I don't want a
I don't
$150
even want an
Moontan
original.
I don't
record,
want it,
so,
but
yeah.
there are people that do. Hey, Rob, I'm not going to show it here because it would be bad taste. But Rob and Jim, I agree. Someone said you should put Chad on your cover of your magazine. You should put on the cover in honor of that image that Wax created yesterday. That's all I'll say of the two.
Wow. You are so vindictive, Mazzy. I saw that and thought to myself, that's a brilliant idea.
I dare anybody to show that thing. I dare
All right,
anybody to
I'll
show
show
that
it
thing.
really quickly because I don't
Show
think
it. Show it. It's
I'll show
brilliant.
it, but I don't think it's really that.
It's not
I
that
think it's
bad. It's
brilliant.
funny. It's funny.
There were worse ones in that conversation.
Does anyone know this album cover?
Yes.
Wasn't it reissued recently?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's see. Danny, look at this. Check it out. Show
Oh,
it
it's
again,
freaking
Rob.
hilarious.
Hold on.
Rob, show it
So
again.
this is the album cover. People know this one. That's Jimmy Smith and Wes Montgomery sharing a sandwich.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Brilliant.
That
It-
You
it is
know,
Trevor
there's
looks
gonna-
like Billy
there's
Idol.
gonna
It looks
be-
like Billy Idol in that picture.
There's going to be that loop going around the internet of that clip.
Screenshots have been taken left and right now. Oh,
Yep.
did you see this? Did you see that?
Well, you know, you do what you can do.
Well,
Hey,
now there's
listen.
a picture, and now there's a photograph at Salina headquarters. Like I say, if you see this man, do not let him in the door. There you go.
Hey, here's another thing, and I'm going to mention this because Mazzy does this every chance he gets. I was on the Jazz Bums last week. I did take a gummy. I am not for everyone, but it is well established what I am like. But the guy did not like me. He demanded my removal. He demanded the Jazz Bums stand up for me for 2 points. Me attacking Mazzy, which he attacks me all the time, and then me attacking Fluffy when Fluffy was up on the Jazz Bums. Fluffy isn't the schoolboy clean guy. He makes fun of me all the time.
Oh,
You
no.
have, you have
Fluffy
thick
can take
skin,
it.
Rob.
Huh?
Fluffy
These
can
two
take
clowns don't.
And I know
Hey, guys, I got to run. I got to bail. I got work to do. I'm very
Jim.
sorry. It's been nice loving you.
Show
Loving-
your Zappa record one more time.
Yeah.
Hey, let
you
me
show
see
us
those
the high
speakers again.
Can we show your high chair?
it's a phone
I
book.
want to see my booster. This is really nice. I got this from my friend Harry. Look at this. Not.
Yeah,
This jockey
The
record.
Boy Wonder, I love you.
So
I'll do an AI on that.
Produced by
what's
Zappa.
the
Boy
significance?
Wonder, I love you. Burt Ward. This is Burt Ward singing Boy Wonder, I love you. Written and conducted
by
by
Frank
Frank Zappa, produced by Tom Wilson, arranged and conducted by Frank Zappa, written by Zappa. What year is this? This is so fucking cool. I haven't
Wow.
played it yet. It just showed up.
Now, is this
Yeah.
available on any of his albums, or is this like some kind of a special?
This is just a single, probably. I don't know if it was really released. Maybe it was just for record
What
stores.
year was that? What year was that?
Whenever
Probably when he
Batman
was
was
full
about
swing
66.
Boy Wonder.
Yeah, maybe 66. You know, Frank wrote a lot of stuff for people before he had the Mothers.
Mm.
He wrote for the Penguins. He wrote for quite a few. You know, and he loved doo-wop and that kind of stuff. So he wrote some of that.
Jim,
crap.
you're like a Zappa savant. That's all you know, but you know it all.
Well, unfortunately, that's true. I don't know it all. There are guys out there that know so much more than me. Bill, what's his name? That guy knows shit.
But you
That
had
guy-
never seen that record until I sent you a picture
No.
of it.
And I have a bunch of Frank 45s. I'd never seen that one.
Hey, Jim, will you leave already? I want to ask Danny a question.
Yeah, goodbye,
You're gonna leave.
everybody.
This is like the
Happy
long
show.
goodbye.
Later, Jim.
Hey, Danny, I know you're thinking, or you're talking about moving to the to Idaho, which is closer to the west, the Pacific Northwest, somewhat.
Closer to
so do you have a-
civilization.
Yeah. Do you have a timeline of this about?
Would,
Yeah.
would you be living in your own private Idaho? That's what I want to know.
Ooh. Timeline. Yeah, I mean, as soon as really the house sells here, we're gonna make the trek.
So, are you planning on? Will we see like next year at this time maybe another video building a new sound studio again?
Oh, for sure, of
Yeah.
course. Can't do it
I
without
like
it.
those. I loved watching your thing about that.
Oh, thank you. You know, I'll miss it. I mean, the irony is I've got it to sound so damn amazing. If I really may say so myself, I mean, I'm not just, whatever, but it sounds really fucking amazing in here. And everyone's like, oh, dude, you got to tear it all down. Well, first of all, I'm not tearing anything down. Whoever picks up the house is going to have a cool sound room. But anyway, dude, you can replicate all that. I mean, it's, whatever, no big deal.
Okay.
I don't have that attachment to physical things. It is what it is, man. Who cares? It's here today. I enjoyed it. Gone tomorrow, whatever.
It'll be a new adventure. I get it. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Well,
Rob, will you bring up Mr. JD Cohen's comment? Thank you, sir.
oh, are you selling your main home?
No,
Do you
hold
market
on.
your
JD,
sunroom?
JD, who's the opposite of this? And could it be someone on the screen?
I will argue about
The-
that a little bit. I'm not always.
The Kissing Ass Award today
measured.
goes to
Listen,
The room is being marketed. No, not really. I mean, it's just it's marketed as a studio, a movie theater room.
Did you let
whatever.
AI do the description?
Yes, as a matter of fact, it did.
AI can write.
Yep. Dude, AI, I mean, look, I don't want to beat a dead horse. If you know what you're doing, and I think that's the key. If you know what you're doing, AI is fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
I would agree. It helped me write up my whole website for tracking.
I can tell you this
cataloging my music collection.
I can tell you this as someone who's a creative person. You lose your objectivity. You need.
I would hate to be a teacher in school and have to deal with every kid turning in an AI.
That's true.
I am actually.
That's
you
true.
have someone. I am someone who I can obviously tell when someone hands in an AI, and it's a delicate thing. I typically say to them, "I'd rather you write this in your own words and blah 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 blah." There's ways of dealing with it to make them see it, but I use it as a tool to help me design things.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
By
like-
the way, Harry, the irony is you can actually
like
use
images.
AI to ask if what it's reading was written by AI.
I'll bet.
Well, the only time I've used AI in a video, well, that's twice. Once I did a phony faux voice for a top 10 whatever, and it was basically the British voice I used. But I did it just to put in order. I did this big Miles Davis 100th centennial video, and I wanted to have all his records in order by date. And it was an easy way to say, to print out all the dates. It didn't tell me anything about the records. I didn't want that, but I wanted the order of the Birth of the Cool, the Prestige, the Blue Note, the Columbia stuff. And it gave me an outline to do my video, to put my records in order. And that was a great tool.
Danny, are those fountain pens?
Yes.
My wife collects fountain pens.
Yeah. Oh, I love fountain pens, man.
She's got
What-
hundreds of them.
One thing cool that I've done is you give it a list of songs, like say 1,000 songs, and say, all right, find me the most obscure ones that are blues based, that have a nice whatever. You can give it all sorts of parameters. It'll spit out a playlist like in 5 minutes, and just tell you. You can narrow down, like say, all right, give me something a little bit more upbeat. Give me something a little bit more.
Can I help everyone out in not being a hypocrite about AI? Anyone who's used spell check, specifically if you use Grammarly,
Right.
that's AI, guys. Sorry.
Right.
True. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
Hey,
you're spell
you know,
checking-
The cool thing, like I just bought a new car and I can just speak to it in a normal voice and say, find me a restaurant nearby that has really good fish and chips. And it will literally just go out and search for it and give me options.
it'll drive you to Salina.
Mhm.
Good.
There you go.
Tell me, hey AI, tell me a place I should never go and visit. But I mean,
AI
Omaha, Nebraska, Salina,
Does chili
Kansas.
really
where
have
else did you not
beans?
go? No, it does not. I don't
It
care what
does.
AI says. Chili does
Does in
real
my house.
no beans and chili means you have stew.
Yeah. I am not a fan of beans. I grew up with chili that had beans in it. When I discovered chili doesn't have beans in it, changed my life. There was a place in DC called Hard Times Cafe, and they had a chili flute because they made like several different kinds of chili, and they had Texas chili. And I go, did I not have beans in it?
Because if you put beans in it, you're disqualified from any chili competition ever. You will be disqualified.
I don't know about that. If you just typed out a bunch of mishmash, it really does go through it and make changes. But it's AI. Sorry, Grammarly is AI. So
Yeah, you'll find out if your doctor used AI, like when you're on the operating table and he goes, AI didn't like cover this when I was like going through medical school. So.
By the way, can we talk about some CDs I've gotten lately that are freaking?
Oh
amazing?
no.
All right. So first of all, since we talked about Hoffman and Gray back with Fleetwood Mac, does anyone have these Music for a Bachelor's Den compilations?
have you shown
No.
those before?
I may have. I don't know. Did I? These
I
are
don't-
absolutely fantastic. So
I have a
Hoffman,
lot. I don't have the. Yeah, I have some of those. I don't have all of them. In the
they're-
90s, they were the big thing.
unbelievable
Isn't
sounding
someone-
CDs.
Isn't there
Jimbo
reissue?
will be all over those for the covers.
Isn't there
Oh,
an
yeah.
Arthur Lyman reissue coming out
Arthur-
that people?
Oh, I don't know about that.
Is there? Maybe.
think
The
The
and this one
90s
is-
was a heyday of the Bachelor Pad and the Lounge Exotica music. They reissued all those in the 90s.
Bill Holman,
Fat, horny, and strung out. That's no way to go through life. Yes.
John Cage, Pulse, Killer, Rain Man. Now this is the score, not the soundtrack. Killer, early Zimmer, and then Branford Marsalis. This is Killer. Sneakers soundtrack. Hey, Mazzy, you love sneakers, don't you?
He wears them.
He's muted, so
The movie Sneakers?
Yeah.
It's
Well,
a
it's
great-
filmed in San Francisco. That's like
Such a great movie.
I like it. I don't. Is that Louis Malle? Louis Malle, right?
No, the director
it's-
of Sneakers is not
It's
Louis
like
Malle.
who directed Sneakers? I thought it was Louis Malle.
The guy did Son of it's
Hey, Tom.
not Martin Breest. It's it's Martin. Who?
Shit. Can't believe
Well,
you
Martin
didn't say it
Bishop. It's Martin Bishop. Oh no, it's
Gosh, this
it's
is-
Phil Alden Robinson. Never
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
yeah.
Yes,
He's an Oscar.
That's right.
He was a screenwriter. I think he won an Oscar.
such a
It was
great
when
movie.
it was a good time in San Francisco when that was filmed.
Such a great movie, and the
It's
soundtrack is
Donald,
killer. I
Donald
highly recommend it.
Sutherland and Donald Sutherland is in it. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Yeah.
So for all you Pink Floyd fans out there, this was a record in the collection I bought from my buddy that I think is amazing. It's called Doom Side of the Moon. And
Ooh,
it's metal bands doing Dark Side of the Moon, but they do it with melodic. It's really good. It's very good.
interesting. It's like the
Did that come out?
2017.
it's like Klaus Schulze, Dark Side of the Moog.
I've heard that. That's pretty funky.
Yep.
Great
Hey,
album. Look for it.
Klaus Schultz is pretty prolific.
I picked up an unusual record yesterday.
What'd you get?
Picked up this record. So this record was commissioned, and I think it's the only record put out by Philip Morris. The tobacco
All for Philip Morris.
jazz record with Hank
Interesting.
Jones, Billy Higgins, and Dave Holland, and it's excellent. But it originally came out in the UK, and there's the Philip Morris logo. And it came out. This didn't come out in the full version. It came out in a box, and I also had a CD of it, and it was a promotional item for Philip Morris, I guess, in the UK. And it came out in '89. I think it was later reissued by another company under a different title, but they commissioned this to come out. And there's a note from the president of Philip Morris at the time saying how they love jazz and they sponsored tours and blah blah blah. But this is cool, and it's really good. So I know, like, I've picked up records that have been commissioned or put out by like Firestone and other companies, but that seemed like it was more done like in the 50s and 60s.
They did a lot of Christmas albums that way.
Yeah. But
I
never.
was enjoying watching Rob struggle putting that outer sleeve on. That was pretty funny.
Okay, I'm hysterical.
Speaking of Christmas albums, I love collecting Christmas albums. The one that I've been itching to get, if you guys have a lead on it, I'd appreciate it, is the Beach Boys Christmas
Yeah,
album.
right.
I have it.
Yeah? No shit. It's
Well, I
fantastic.
mean, it's not hard to find.
Yeah, I know. I want to get a nice, clean copy.
Okay, if I find a copy, I'll put it aside for you.
Please.
The version I have has someone wrote something. It looks like there's a famous person's autograph on it, but I don't think it is. So that's a good Christmas album.
Yep.
There's,
Gabby,
a good record store, I'll tell you this, has a Christmas section.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Agreed.
Gabby, the only listening party appears Friday at 4:00. No, at 11 a.m. at Silver Platters, Glenwood. I don't think I'm going to go to it. I think they get 30 copies, 25 copies of the record, maybe. So I'll just go in the morning, maybe at Easy Street, have breakfast, and pick it up at 9. Maybe.
I'm looking forward to getting the Amoeba cover.
I think they're having a listening party tomorrow night.
Who is?
Amoeba.
Yeah.
The McCartney.
Yeah,
And nothing beats
I
the
think
old
the best
Amoeba.
package. I think the best package.
I don't know, Danny. I've been into both. It's very similar.
Yeah, I know.
I think the best looking package is the gatefold that you only get through McCartney because it's a gatefold with a beautiful inter. I think that's the best looking
Did you order
that
it?
I've seen. That's one I did order just because it's a gatefold and looking. Yeah.
Hey, I'm okay with saying this now. I've talked about me trying to reissue a record, and I'm looking. I've picked up another copy of the one record that I got pretty far in trying to reissue. This Mary Lou Williams Zoning record. She put this out herself, and the early 70s. It's a really good record. 74. And it's not a cheap record. I'll tell you what I did. So I went on the internet and I found out that she donated her whatever to Montclair University. If you don't know that, it's a school in New Jersey. I guess they have a huge music jazz. And right away I emailed them and they go, yep, we have the tapes.
Really?
Yeah, right away. It wasn't that hard to find it. And they put me in touch with the administrator of her estate. And I started a long correspondence with the guy. Very nice guy. He also had other access to other jazz artists' stuff. And he sent me like stuff he's putting out and stuff. Very cool. But he put me in touch. The Smithsonian have been issuing a CD of this record. Put me in touch with the Smithsonian. And they go, yeah, we have the rights to the vinyl, and I think we're going to reissue it. So they're putting it out. So
When?
Whenever. Who knows? It's the government, right? Or is Smithsonian's part of the government, right?
Yeah. As a matter of fact, it is. Yes. As a matter of fact, it is.
Rob, do you have like something that prevents a comment from having a swear word in it?
Why you tried typing a comment?
I typed a comment that had the word shit in it and it wouldn't post it.
I don't think I have it set up that way. See, this putt's right here.
I'm going to try it again and see what happens.
Maybe it's on your computer, Harry.
No.
His wife has the porn blocker on Harry's computer.
Yeah.
I can bypass that. Basically, what I said was, and it wouldn't post it. I said, does Trump's ass ever get jealous of all the shit that comes out of his mouth? And it just said, cannot post this. That was back when you guys commented on Trump earlier.
Oh, I just got one. I just put something on that says comment has failed to post to the WAC.
Yeah.
Okay. I did something really crude and it got blocked.
Was it about a specific person?
No, I wrote cock cunt sucker.
Yeah, but
Can't imagine why.
That's not the first time you've written that, though, right?
Well, it got blocked this time. And I apologize to people out there who don't like hearing that. This is for entertainment purposes only.
See, it worked. Cult did it. Let me try it. What happened?
I think they're afraid I'm going to say that in Salina.
It might be a setting on your computer. No,
I think they're afraid I'm going to say that in Salina, Kansas. So that's why.
Hey, Wicked Exile, here's something I heard. If Rutgers wants to compete in sports and be a big renowned university, they said they should change their name is the University of New Jersey. They should change their name. And they did a thing. I thought they were changing a lot of the schools' names to Rutgers, whatever. Are they still doing that? My favorite school in New Jersey is a guy died, donated the school like $20 or $30 million, and they changed the name of the school to his name.
Is it now called Trump University? Don't tease us.
Leland,
He doesn't give $1 to anyone. Come on.
Leland,
No, but
you're
he would have had to have died.
Leland, you're acting like Alex Dickey here. I still think this Beach Boys faux controversy is fucking bullshit. Like the record or don't. It's confusing anyway, no matter who you talk to. Chris Bellman listened and he picked the best one that he thought was the best one. So if you read the insert, even Grover
You
writes.
can't read the insert unless you buy the record, though, right?
Okay, but the hype sticker doesn't say anything differently to make you buy it. So where is it that they actually lied? They fucking lied. It's like the people saying, "Oh, but Mo-Fi
Well,
lied
hold
to
on,
you." They
Mazzy.
lied.
Mazzy, let me bring you down to earth.
Okay.
What number in these reissues is this Beach Boys? The 5th?
Oh no,
10.
there's been like 22 cuts of this record since it came out.
Calm down, Mazzy. In this audiophile reissue series.
Yeah, I think 5th.
Oh, well, remember there's 2 labels. There's Universal and there's Warner's. They're different. There's 7.
Look,
This is the 7th. This is the 7th of the
Okay, Mazzy, so there's a history there and people can refer to that.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Okay, let me get back to Dan B's comment. Rutgers has not improved since they've been in the Big Ten. The only reason they are in the Big Ten is the way these conferences make their money is with TV deals. By allowing Rutgers into the Big Ten, they've secured the New York media market, which is the #1 media market in the country. So Rutgers has not used that access to the Big Ten to improve in sports. Considering they're in the New York area, they have access to all these great athletes. So I don't know what they're doing. Thank you. University of New Jersey, change your name.
I love it.
Mazzy doesn't know he's muted. That's the best part of it.
I do.
Speaking of Christmas albums, has anyone heard the DSS Nat King Cole?
I have not.
No.
That's one I have an original, but I'd be curious because that supposedly was done from the 3-track master.
Hey, Herc, I got the promo, but it's not even my favorite. As much as the DSS is good, it's not my favorite, so it doesn't matter.
Not even my favorite
the
Beach Boy
issues.
album.
Here's I'm not blasting from her, but I'm blasting from her. I can do my impression of a Frummer review because they're always the same. This DSS has come out, sounds good, but I remember in 1972, this record came out, and you know what? It's better. It just is. There you go.
Well, the pressing is better than the 70. The pressing is better than the Carl and the Passion, just the pressing itself. I think they're very close. I give the DSS a slight edge over the Carl and the Passions, but not by much. That's what I said.
Now,
I still like I like Kevin Gray's stereo, the AP stereo. That's my favorite. But everybody's going to sound different at their house.
I'll tell you this. I believe there's a thin line between all these records that grandpas and grandmas used to buy that are in thrift stores or whatever. I would say Nat King Cole was hugely popular. He put out a ton of stuff, but there are 5 albums in his discography that are, I think, would change your opinion if you own them and listen to them. Obviously, that Christmas album, which is played all the time, is a great album.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
You know what? I finally got the Grateful Dead Rhino Hi-Fi. Now, I don't have, wasn't the Mo-Fi a double 45 of Working Man's Dead? Somebody remind me.
I don't know.
I didn't get
the Chris Bell. Here's I'm going to say this,
Don't
people.
remember. Probably.
And
I may have it.
Don't get offended by my foul language right now. I would normally type it into the chat, but it might not appear. Don't fuck with Chris Bellman. Just don't do it.
He's great. No, he's great.
And those
But
Chris Bellman Dead albums that came out, buy those.
They're great.
They're outstanding.
I have the didn't Chris Bellman do the BMP box? Was that Chris Bellman? I can't remember now. I have that. But I forgot to pull that, actually. I forgot I had that. But I played my original Greenie, which it's hard to compete with the original Greenie. The Greenie is fantastic. but I was surprised that my Rhino Hi-Fi somewhat eclipsed the original Greenie. First of all, it's quieter because mine's 56 years old, but there's something about it. It's really, really good. But I don't have the mobile fidelity version.
This is not a great album, but it is an original pressing, still in shrink and just
Ooh.
mint condition.
Look at that. Damn, that looks clean. Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Didn't you used to have that haircut, Harry?
Wow. Brenda Lee, I gotta check that out. Thanks for the
He's
tip,
still
man.
alive singing that stupid ass song.
Damn.
I tell you, if you listen to that song and she says, maybe we'll have some pumpkin pie, I swear to God, she's saying, and later we'll have some fucking pie. And if you listen to it now, that's all you're ever going to hear.
Harry. But typically when you listen to it, have you been smoking some weed?
Well, that goes without saying.
Hey, listen, I was famous growing up for changing lyrics to songs, and it included a lot of dirty words. Like that Lady Marmalade song. Itch it, scratch it. Yeah, I changed a lot of words. Better lyrics. AI didn't help me.
No AI. All right, folks, I gotta run.
All right, thanks for coming by.
Later, Gator.
Go back to the.
Hi, Danny.
I'll go watch the
Good
video
luck.
later.
See you, Mazzy. I'm sure I'll see you
Nice to
soon.
meet you.
Harry,
see you.
always a pleasure.
There's an audio show in Seattle in September. So
Okay, what's this? REL uses
Same
the
venue?
Speakers Track 4 to help dial in their subs. Is that a speaker company?
Rel makes subwoofers.
Jim has been trying to unload the subwoofer he has on me. I don't need a subwoofer.
That would take up room where you could put records.
Well, you're acting like there is room to put a subwoofer. Actually, I live in an apartment building. I don't need my floors vibrating for people that live here.
Rob's neighbors listen to jazz every day, whether they like it or not.
Surprisingly, at a level that I can enjoy my records,
Oh,
really
Wax.
doesn't bother people.
Wax. You know the big Beatle guy in London who has the Beatle channel. Remind me his name. You know what I'm talking about.
I
Beatle
don't
Dave or-
care for that guy.
Hologram.
Hologram.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, but he does it really well. He does it thought out.
I
He just
understand.
He's
Let
not
me-
in London. He's in Spain, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's in Europe. He's in Germany, I think. He just reviewed that flattener that I got, so you might want to watch that. He just did and
It
worked
wasn't
pretty
like
well.
it wasn't like Michael Fremer's review of the flattener I used.
No, it's well done, and it helped everyone except one record. In fact, one was like this, and it did pretty well. And I'm still playing with that. And I got Joey and Kimbo brought some records here we got to check out.
Hey, tell that company to reach out to me because
I'm not telling anyone to reach out to anybody. You
All
gotta
right, thank
gotta
you.
do the work. You gotta do the work.
I do the work. How did they find you, Mazzy? Did you do the work?
Yeah, I have a lot of viewers and a lot of videos, and they watch my videos.
You didn't reach out
according
to them, though.
I didn't reach out to them. I don't reach out to gear companies. In fact, I've only asked for 3 promos ever. I asked for the Bo Brummels, the reunion album that just came out from Real Gone. In fact, Joey asked on my behalf because they put out the daughter record.
Well, wait a second. What I just asked you to do, you did with someone else.
No, but I didn't. Well, but Joey, his records come out on the label. That's why. I asked him for the name of the person. He goes, "I'll just reach out." So, Joey, are you watching? Is that what happened? I don't remember.
So this record was warped really bad. And Uwe has a flattener. He flattened it. Plays great, but look at it. It just has a weird look to it.
Okay, so I can tell you that, Harry. So from the
I wouldn't
record,
sell it because of the way
actually,
it
I
looks.
recorded enough footage to post a video, and I promise in the coming weeks I'll post a video of the flattener that I use. That I don't know how long Uwe's had his flattener.
It
but-
was the first record, second record you did.
Okay,
with it.
so it takes time to gauge that kind of burn. That it's sort of a cosmetic burn in.
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't affect the play, but if I had to make criticism of the flattener I have, the plates that hold down the records have some texture to it. They need to make it flush, because if you cook them, if you put them through at a too high of a temperature for a period of time. But I will say, how bad was that record warped?
It was pretty bad. It
Yeah,
was like,
that's the problem. If it really is really badly warped, you're going to have to put it in for a long time. The potential depending on the quality of the vinyl, is you'll get a cooked in texture to it.
but it doesn't affect the sound.
No, and oftentimes if you ever pick up an old record,
Hey, Marty.
that has a texture to it, it means it was exposed to heat in some sort of way. It was stored. So the one I use is a German one. It's, well, I say it's the best thing ever. No, but it took me a good full 8 months to really learn how to use it.
It's going to be I still got to play with it. You know,
Good morning.
You want to dedicate yourself to sit and do it over a few days. And I get away from it to listen to music. And I can still listen to music because it takes 4 fucking hours. So I just have to get on it. I'm thinking in about another week or so, I'll have something. And, you know, I'm a novice at this. I've never flattened records. So it was interesting. You know, it's a really nice
few records.
It's one of the heaviest things I've ever had in terms of gear. Of course, my Hagel is heavy, my amp, but it's really heavy and it's really nice looking compared to some of these things. And you can stand it, has a stand that comes, you can stand it horizontally. So if you don't want it flat on a counter, it's supposedly it's $700 through a Kickstarter thing, but it's a company behind it who does things that are not audio. Now that's a lot, but to me, I think
actually, Mazzy, that's a good price point because any quality
the one you have is
more than that.
The one you have is 25. I understand that, but I think
there's one. The Orb is, if I'm right, is a Japanese one. That's like a $900 flattener.
Well, to me, the thing is, if you have 2 or 3 friends who live in the same city or area, go in on it and share it, because the amount of time you're going to use it, that's the more, unlike an ultrasonic record cleaner, I think you'll use a flattener less. So I think going in on it with several people would be the best option, and each put $150 or something.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. Nobody buys a warped record. Usually it's a record that's sealed and you open it and you find out it's warped.
Well, you don't know it's warped until you open the record. I've gotten records
Respectfully, Harry, you can pull out a record and look at it, but until you put it on the turntable, you'll never know.
Now, this particular one, I don't know how Rob's is, but you can take out the spindle, and they say you can put a seal. If you see a sealed record that looks like, you know, you see those covers that all look fucked up, you can put a sealed record that looks warped in it, in the shrink, and there's an option to do that, to take out the spindle. And you can, well, it'd be interesting. I'd like to find a sealed record that looks warped and try it and see how it works out.
I can tell you that. I'll tell you, and when I put a record on the turntable and it just has a slight wobble to it,
I don't worry about it.
I put it in the flattener and get it flat.
Going back to the 70s, every time I would pick records out to buy, even when I worked in stores, I'd always, look at it in an angle to see if the cover looked bent. Now, sometimes you pick the one that looks straight and you take it out and it's still fucked up. You just never know. I haven't tried a lip groove. I don't think a lip groove is going to work, but I want to try a lip groove.
Gabby, I'm always right. I can tell you that they're like record. My day is whatever I'm doing. I'm cleaning records, I'm listening to them, and blah blah blah. There are times where I see a wobble to a record and I go, I'm not flattening this. It plays it fine. It's really good. If I sell it, I'll just explain. So I just feel that there are times where I just say, it's not worth the effort. But yeah, until you put it on a turntable to truly know it's flat. Okay, Rob, I truly love the channel. Look forward to you every week. The interaction, in particular between you and Mazzy and Jim, makes my day. I enjoy All right. Well, I'll give you some for your weekend, JD. Hey, Mazzy. Hey, Mazzy. Suck it.
What?
Hey, guys. A disclaimer before we leave today. Next week,
Ripper, very edge.
next week I'm going to DC for a week. I take a red eye Monday night into Tuesday. I'm going to be in no condition to stream. So Monday morning I'm streaming instead of Tuesday. Okay? Monday instead of Tuesday.
Mr. JD Cohen, thank you for that, because Rob and I, it's like faux arguing. Rob, I consider Rob a friend. Sometimes I don't like the shit he does, and I think he feels the same as me. But we don't hold a grudge to each other. Like some people take it too seriously. We don't take it too seriously.
I consider him an acquaintance.
Yeah, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, and this might seem weird. The people who truly make an active campaign to discredit me, I don't know what they're trying to do. Cancel me. They haven't done it, so it's a fruitless enterprise. I don't think about that when I'm about my day going out. I don't think about it. Don't. So me being stupid is what I call it, is a sign of affection. Like, here, suck it, Mark Glassman.
Have any of your students ever watched your channel?
I mean, I use it as an example. There's a class I teach where I use what I've learned doing this. But I don't think, I mean, I don't know if they're interested. I don't think they're interested. It hasn't improved my channel. So, but I'm just, if people, it's really hysterical to me, the conclusions people have made about me that are just not even true. And even if you paid attention to me doing this, they don't seem like they would be true. Like, I think I know everything. Well, I say again and again, this hobby is relatively new to me. I'm learning stuff all the time. And I think people who, like what Danny Kaye was doing with the AI, I honestly believe he's doing it to learn. So that is a literal example of him not knowing everything because he's just trying to figure it out. So, yeah, I'm a mensch.
Why do you need to learn if you have AI to tell you each time?
Here's the funny thing. Someone sent me something. I don't come off well thinking, oh, I go watch all this stuff. I don't. Typically, when I find out people are bashing me, someone sends it to me. So I'm not kind of going to ignore it. There was a dude who I labeled like a racist. He's a putz. He left. He was complaining on me on a stream where 4 people were there. And he just went on a tirade about me. One thing he said is, like, I am Jewish. Please understand this. I am not religious, but I love the fact that I am Jewish. I am ethnically Jewish, just like someone's Italian or Irish. That's how I look at it. So I grew up Jewish. I was exposed to all Jewish culture, and it's not all religious. Okay. The guy goes, I don't even know how he can claim to be Jewish. He's not even religious. Fuck you, dude. You have no understanding of how anything works. So I'm culturally Jewish.
Well, you and I are the same. I'm agnostic, which means I hedge my bets because I'm more or less close to a non-believer, obviously. But I don't try to push my religion. I don't want anyone else to necessarily to be Jewish. It's up to them,
But that's the way I feel. I have
it is a cultural thing.
I have family members that are very religious, not Jewish. Do whatever you want. Your freedom to enjoy your religion. But in that end, my freedom to do whatever I want.
Exactly. Putz is penis, but it's also like it expands beyond penis. Well, it's like not.
I mean, this is my attitude.
Like you're a jerk. You use putz like, hey, he's a jerk. He's a putz.
No,
that's another.
My joke is I thought my name was Putz until I was 12. Okay. My dad used it all the time.
Yes. Agnostic is hedging your bets. I mean, Woody Allen says it best because you can be an atheist, but what if? So agnostic means, well, Prove it to me. No
I
one's
believe-
proven it to anyone.
Mazzy,
You know,
we
I
are
know
all
peop-
cockroaches. When we are stepped on, we go to black. That's
People will say to you, I know believers have said to me, you don't have to have proof, you have to have faith. And I give you all the power to you if you have the faith. But don't push it and sell it to anyone else. And don't run
Hey,
our
Mazzy,
countries on it
next
like
time
that.
I come up to visit you, can we go to the synagogue?
I like going, I haven't gone in a while.
I like, my dad passed away, and I felt for me the best way to deal with it is I went to temple on Rosh Hashanah.
Yeah.
That's what I did. And it helped me through my
The
dad's
spirituality is wonderful. I love that. I
Yeah.
love the sharing. I taught Sunday school. I went to Hebrew school. I went to Israel before they had shitty leaders, like America. I did these things. I support Israel. I don't support what they're doing now. They have been doing for the last few years with this guy who leads them, who led them astray.
He
But
should be in prison.
yeah, I agree. I like going to temple, but I don't go regularly.
Here's the way I feel. I agree with you guys both. You know what? It does not improve my day to concern myself with it. It doesn't. If I can go out and enjoy my day dealing with all the typical stuff that I have to deal with, I'm okay for that.
Yeah. I think Harry would agree. I don't know, tell me if in a lot of ways, my spirituality, music makes me feel, and music has always made me feel. And
wouldn't it be cool right now if a lightning bolt just came out of the sky and hit Mazzy in the head?
It could be.
I mean,
my wife asked a question yesterday. She said, I wonder what American Jews think of what's going on right now with Israel. And
well, I've had a historical opinion. Not about Israel, but about the Middle East.
Yeah, right.
They deserve each other, all of them. They deserve each other. How come for the most of my lifetime, I could live sandwiched between two different countries in a mostly peaceful way, right? How come?
Well, yeah, because they're not trying to take each other's land.
Well, but it has whatever the reason for it, Harry. I've walked into Mexico, I've walked into Canada from the US. I've done both. How come I couldn't do that? And stuff I don't agree with, whatever. I've had the opportunity to live a peaceful existence with all the countries that surround mine. How come the Middle East can't figure that out?
I know. It's never going to change. It's been that way for
But I mean,
centuries.
I'll give you another example. How come African countries can't figure that out? I mean, historically, I don't know what's going on now, mostly between the countries. It seems like a lot of the issues in Africa are more internal, but that I'm not a huge studier of it. But that's my comparison. I'll tell you what. As a Gen Xer, you grow up, and when you start doing like real work in school, I don't know what, 6th grade, where you're asked to write a report. How come terrorism was like a subject? Even when I was like 10 years old, okay? 9 or 10. Terrorism was a subject that we could write about. Harry, has anything changed since then?
No.
I have friends I went to high school with, Jewish friends, who literally 40 years ago moved to Israel. And they're Israelis. They've been Israelis. Obviously, if you know the history, you can become automatic. I mean, now you can argue, quibble about Zionism and all that. But they don't agree with what's going on by their government, like some of us here, so it's not just, you can't blame all the Israelis on what's going on there.
Rix, I promise you, if oil didn't exist as a thing, it'd be something else. I promise you.
Well, you're talking about oil. It's land. It's land more than oil.
No. Again, okay. It's not about land. It's about money a lot of times. Mm-hmm. So it's really about power. But let's be abstract about this, because we have 1 minute. Let's be abstract. Let's contain it to the VC. Granted, there are only 5 or 6 total idiots that have no sense of reality that I've come across here.
Is
You know
Linda
what
Harper one?
It's jealousy that they can't connect with people. It really is. Their inability to look in the mirror and go, you know what? I'm not the best person to connect with people. And it's Rice Fields who should know better. That dude, I don't know if he had a long session in the mirror to go, you know what? I'm not likable. And that's why I failed at doing this.
One last thing I'll say is oil is a big thing, but really it's the old city of Jerusalem. Every fucking religion thinks Jerusalem, the old city, that the Wailing Wall, the temple, is the center of their religion. So that always has to be. They should make that an international city. It shouldn't belong to Israel.
Hey, Mazzy, can I give you a better example? What built the West of America? What built it?
Railroads.
No,
settlers.
it was people coming out here for a better life, but also looking for gold. Right?
But they weren't looking to the Northwest. They weren't looking for oil back then. Well, actually,
they were looking for gold. They didn't know what oil was back then.
Black gold.
We're talking about Hanukkah and the Maccabees. That's a whole different thing.
All right. Thank you for coming. Okay. Everyone, please check your listings Monday instead of Tuesday. We'll be back Monday.
Maybe depending on the mood.
Send me a link so I'll remember.
Maybe on the mood, if depending how it goes Monday, maybe I'll host Tuesday so people don't feel left out on Tuesday. So stay tuned.
My coach,
you come up, Harry, if I host
sure.
Next Tuesday. Okay,
sure.
All right.
We can talk about how bad Paul's new album is.
The hatred between me and Mazzy is real, people.
And remember, go buy your Paul McCartney record tomorrow.
Hey, I can do a better impression of Paul McCartney now. On the run.
Okay, I'm storming out.